It's the wedding day, and Chen's sister bursts into the room like a total hurricane. She drops a massive bomb. Shi Lingling ran away on Chen's actual wedding day. His bride just dipped. Now what is he supposed to do? She tells him to calm down, but he snaps back that she's not the one getting dumped. She stops teasing him and says there's actually some good news. Chen blinks, completely stunned, and cautiously asks his sister what she means. Is the good news that they caught the runaway and dragged her back? Honestly, he doesn't even want her back after she pulled a stunt like that. Running away on the big day? What is he, some kind of joke to her? So what's the actual news? Did the families finally decide to cancel the wedding? Nope. The Shi family is actually forcing Shi Qinghe to take her place. Ain't no way. For context, Qinghe is Lingling's aunt, basically the family's young boss. Chen is horrified and asks his sister if she's actually serious right now. Like, does she not remember that he and Qinghe are literal arch enemies? Back in middle school, Chen was using a massage gun in his dorm after an 800-meter run. She suddenly burst in and coldly mocked him, asking if he was enjoying himself. She claimed his massage gun was way too weak to do anything anyway. She offered to help him stretch his legs, which was just bizarre. Terrified, Chen threw the gun at her, and they've been sworn enemies ever since. But look, the marriage alliance between their families still has to go through. Chen rejects this instantly. Marrying his rival is basically a life sentence. His sister laughs and asks who else he expects to marry instead. Aside from Qinghe, the only other option in the Shi family is underage. Chen jokingly says Nan is fine, even if she's still pretty young. She's a 17-year-old beauty, so honestly, he wouldn't mind at all. His sister rolls her eyes. Of course he doesn't mind, as long as she's pretty. But unfortunately for him, Nan isn't an option either. Apparently, the moment Nan heard about the runaway bride, she ran out too. She volunteered to find her sister, probably realizing she was next in line to take the fall. Chen feels his head spinning. This entire family is absolutely taking him for a ride. Is marrying a rich heir really that bad? Either way, he is not marrying Qinghe. But then, his sister plays her ultimate card, asking if he wants revenge on the runaway. If he marries the aunt, he legally becomes the runaway bride's uncle-in-law. That means whenever he teaches that runaway bride a lesson, it's just family discipline. Okay, this plot twist is actually wild. Chen knows his sister is baiting him. But honestly, he cannot say no to that kind of payback. She smiles, knowing her brother is easily motivated by a little sweet revenge. Chen rolls his eyes. She only calls him a good brother when she needs something. If he refused, she'd probably skin him alive anyway. But then a massive realization hits him out of nowhere. Why would his arch enemy agree to marry him, especially after her niece just dumped him? Is she really not worried about becoming a laughingstock? But his sister just hypes him up. She says Chen is so handsome and capable that Qinghe is probably thrilled to marry him. Just then, his best man, Zhou Zhikong, walks in and asks what's going on. Chen casually says they just swapped the bride, leaving his buddy completely speechless. Honestly, hearing Shi Qinghe say those words would make anyone drop their jaw. It is actually crazy. Right now, they are literally looking at Ye Chen like he is some sort of god. Once everything is ready, Ye Chen and Shi Qinghe stand side by side while the priest starts reciting those long, boring vows. Ye Chen is not even listening. His eyes are totally glued to Shi Qinghe next to him. He is wondering why on earth she actually agreed to marry him. But hey, if she tries to mess with him, he is not going to just take it. Maybe his stare is a bit too intense, though. Because Shi Qinghe suddenly turns around. Boom! He locks eyes with her freezing cold stare. His heart skips a beat. For a second, he wants to look away. But then he thinks, wait, why should I back down? Her family is the one in the wrong here. So he forces himself to stay cool and gives her a casual, careless look. Then he looks back at the priest. Seeing his stubborn attitude, Shi Qinghe subtly smirks with those gorgeous red lips and also turns back to face the priest. The priest asks if Shi Qinghe takes Ye Chen to be her husband. To love him in sickness and in health, through thick and thin. To love and cherish and remain completely faithful to him until the very end. Until death do they part, she calmly says, I do. Ye Chen gives her a fake smile. Then the priest turns to him. Mr. Ye Chen,
Do you take the lovely Shi Qinghe to be your lawfully wedded wife? To marry her in sickness and in health, and love her through any challenge that comes?
To care for her, respect her, and stay faithful to her forever? Until the very end, Ye Chen looks the priest dead in the eye and says, I do. Honestly, his acting is top tier. The priest smiles, totally buying it, and tells them to exchange rings. Shi Qinghe opens the jewelry box and slips the handmade ring onto his finger with a strangely serious look. But Ye Chen does not even notice her face because his eyes are glued to the ring itself. This is definitely not the ring he and Shi Lingling set up beforehand. It is completely different, and honestly, it looks way more expensive. Now it is finally his turn to slide the ring on. He takes the ring box from the best man. And yep, the bride's ring was swapped too. He doesn't overthink it, and just slides the ring right onto her finger. Then the priest smiles and says he can kiss his new bride now. Shi Qinghe looks at him and slowly leans in, tilting her head up. Okay, his heart is racing a bit, but he is trying to stay calm. He figures she probably hates this too and won't actually kiss him.
They will probably just fake the angle to fool the guests, right?
He leans in to cooperate, but then boom, he feels something soft on his lips.
Ye Chen snaps his eyes open, looking at her in pure shock.
He locks eyes with her clear, watery gaze and completely freezes up for a second.
But before he can even react, she pulls back. Well, this woman is definitely something else.
She just stole his first kiss. Now it is personal. With the ceremony finally over, the crowd goes wild, clapping for the newlyweds, while Ye Chen gives her another forced smile.
He is literally gritting his teeth, thinking, you are going to pay for this, Shi Qinghe. But she just smirks right back at him, looking straight into his eyes, completely unbothered.
She has this major bring-it-on energy. Seriously, these Shi family women are built different.
One after another, they are all out to get him. It is war.
No mercy. Straight from the church, they head to the hotel.
Alright, so after the late-night banquet wraps up, both families finally head home.
It's already 9 p.m. and our girl Ah Chen is about to just slip away with Ye Jiajia and her family. But Ye Jiajia is confused. Why is Ah Chen following them?
That catches Jiajia completely off guard.
If she is going home, it needs to be their home, so she tells her to be a good girl and head back there. Ah Chen just frowns, but Jiajia only grins. She says she would lock it down with Qinghe. I mean, just look at those insane visuals. Honestly, he is way better than her ex, Shi Lingling. If she runs home now, Lingling will think she is still in love with him. Chen rolls her eyes. She tells Jia to stop talking. She is so done. These two always roast each other, so Jiajia keeps going. If she wants revenge, she should live an absolute dream life with her new husband.
Pop out 10 kids and flex it every day.
Then help her new hubby completely ruin Lingling and seize the family fortune.
Right then, Ah Chen's mom walks over, gently telling her she knows today was totally unfair. But they had no choice. She must endure it for now. If things really don't work out, they'll have the perfect excuse to call off the marriage.
She nods. They get back to the Shi mansion at 10 p.m.
The family elder tells them to head to their room and get some rest.
It's way too late. Everyone is exhausted, so any family drama can wait until tomorrow. But which room? Or the suite she was supposed to share with her ex, Shi Lingling? Suddenly, Qinghe pulls her sleeve. He softly tells her they should go rest, and she just nods, following him into the elevator. Once the doors close, she habitually presses the third floor, while Qinghe just looks at her. He reaches out, double-clicks the 3 button, and cancels her selection. Then, he hits the button for the 5th floor, leaving her totally stunned. She quickly apologizes, explaining it's just a habit. Since she always stayed on the 3rd floor, she wanted to go grab her clothes. She had already sent over some of her daily essentials a few days ago. They were supposed to be in her ex's room, but Qinghe says everything is on the 5th floor now. All her stuff has been moved to his room. When did that even happen? Weren't they all busy running around at the wedding all day? The elevator dings. He steps out first. Inside, everything is fully decorated for a wedding with bright red sheets. Festive balloons are everywhere. Honestly, the Shi family's attention to detail is actually insane. Even with the wedding chaos, someone still took the time to set up the room. She checks the walk-in closet. To her surprise,
All her clothes and bags are already hung up.
Walking out, she looks at Qinghe and says they need to have a serious talk. Asking him what his plan is, she waits as he just raises an eyebrow.
He acts clueless.
Qinghe leans back against the table, a tiny smirk playing on his lips.
His smooth response? They should start by having kids, completely leaving her speechless.
What is this girl even thinking, bringing a baby so soon?
Like, she literally just stole his first kiss earlier today and now this?
She is totally pushing her luck now and teasing him about starting a family.
She even asks if he would rather have kids with Shi Lingling. Our boy quickly tells her to leave both of them out of this. But Shi Qinghe points out her family only has 3 young women, which leaves only her, making our boy Ye Chen completely speechless.
He asks if she has secretly had a crush on him this whole time. Qinghe just gives him a look and says it doesn't have to be right away.
Even later is fine, making him realize how unexpectedly bold she actually is. I mean, isn't she supposed to be this famously distant ice beauty? The contrast is insane.
Ye Chen immediately shuts her down, saying neither option is ever happening. He just wants to maintain a peaceful, hands-off contract marriage. They secure the family business deal and then quietly get a divorce.
But Qinghe just deadpans that if night and day are out, noon works. Honestly, her flirting game is top tier. Ye Chen tries to be serious, reminding her they were both forced into this. He suggests they just live separate lives until the time is right.
But she accuses him of wanting the husband title without doing the work.
He is completely offended, asking when he ever did anything like that.
She literally tells him he's keeping the husband status but avoiding all the duties. Talk about a reality check. Our boy wants to argue but has 0 comebacks. Since she's technically right, he tells her she is free to date other people.
He says he won't mind, but that just makes her gaze turn ice cold.
She starts closing in on him step by step, looking genuinely terrifying. He tries to back away, but he's already trapped on the couch. His heart is pounding out of his chest as he nervously asks her plan.
He warns her not to try anything crazy while looking for his phone. But before he can call for backup, Qinghe leans right over him.
This close-up is absolutely wild, guys. Their faces are barely inches apart. He can smell her sweet scent and desperately tries to break away.
But his foot slips right as she is leaning down to look at him. Already completely off balance, she tumbles straight toward him. He looks up just in time for them to crash right into each other.
He completely freezes up, totally lost in Qinghe's gorgeous eyes.
A second later, his brain boots back up and he tries to pull back.
But she wraps her arms around him instead, and then it's the next morning.
He wakes up feeling a heavy weight on his chest and looks down,
only to find her sleeping peacefully right on top of him.
And honestly, it's so adorable he can't help but gently ruffle her hair.
Qinghe blinks open her sleepy eyes and murmurs that she's still exhausted.
She begs to sleep a bit longer, giving our boy some major butterflies. Who knew this icy goddess could be so incredibly cute in the mornings? But the romantic mood is totally ruined when a maid knocks on the door. The master wants the newlyweds downstairs because the eldest sister is finally back. The maid leaves and Ye Chen freezes because the runaway eldest daughter is actually Shi Lingling. Didn't she flee her own wedding? How is she back so fast?
Ye Chen quickly drags Shi Qinghe to get dressed and they head downstairs together. Stepping out of the elevator, they find the living room packed with people. The entire Shi family is there, but sitting right among them is Gu Debai.
He freezes when he sees Gu Debai sitting right next to Shi Lingling. This guy is just her assistant, so what is he even doing here?
Ye Chen and Shi Qinghe walk over, and getting closer, a massive shocker hits. Shi Lingling and Gu Debai are holding hands, and in a flash, everything makes sense. They are in a secret relationship, meaning she actually ditched the wedding for her assistant. This is crazy, and Ye Chen just stares at them in pure disbelief.
When on earth did these two even start hooking up? Nobody expected the spoiled eldest daughter to actually ruin her own wedding for him. The moment Ye Chen and Shi Qinghe walk in, every single eye locks onto them.
Judgmental and probing glares sweep back and forth across the newlywed couple.
Shi Lingling sizes them up. Turns out, she never even left the city. She knew all about Shi Qinghe marrying Ye Chen in her place. Since they are already married, she finally had the guts to bring her lover home. If Ye Chen were still single, she never would have dared to return.
Grandpa Shi Jiangguo formally speaks up, telling Qinghe and Ye Chen to sit down.
Shi Qinghe and Ye Chen nod, finding a spot to sit down quietly. Shi Lingling looks at her grandpa, speaking with absolute and serious determination.
She says she loves Debai and wants to marry him.
Begging for his blessing, she is instantly cut off by her furious mother, Lei Yu.
What nonsense is she talking when her actual fiancé is supposed to be Ye Chen?
She asks how she could marry such a shady nobody, while Gu Debai hesitates to speak.
He stays quiet, but Shi Lingling snaps back that her lover is not a nobody. She declares him her true love, which gives the timid assistant a sudden boost. Hearing her stand up for him makes Gu Debai feel suddenly brave and confident.
Her mother completely scoffs at this supposed man of her dreams.
He has zero background and basic looks. What is there to love?
Only Ye Chen is worthy of you.
Ye Chen sneers inside. Sorry, Auntie, but he is way out of her league.
She does not deserve him anyway.
Shi Lingling admits her lover lacks a rich family background and handsome looks. But he is gentle, making him absolutely perfect in her eyes.
Liu is completely speechless at her rebellious daughter.
Ye Chen just watches this drama unfold.
He never expected to witness such a cliché soap opera in real life.
Ye Chen clears his throat, casually calling her sister-in-law.
That single word freezes the entire room. Even Shi Qinghe looks over, silently praising his genius power move.
This completely cuts ties, leaving Liu staring in sheer disbelief.
She asks why he is not calling her auntie anymore.
Why is he suddenly acting like they are peers?
Ye Chen nods at Lei Yu, reminding everyone that he is now Shi Qinghe's husband.
He politely says that since Shi Qinghe is her husband's sister, he must call her sister-in-law.
Lei Yu just stares in utter shock, while Ye Chen chuckles and says that since Shi Lingling likes Mr. Gu,
she should just let them be together, and the moment those words leave his mouth,
everyone in the room stares at him in absolute disbelief, wondering if Ye Chen is actually matchmaking? Is he really playing matchmaker for his cheating ex and her side piece? Bro, is he actually that generous? Honestly, nobody saw this coming, but Ye Chen just keeps smiling and tells Lei Yu
he claims he knows Mr. Gu, and that the guy really is as warm and gentle as Shi Lingling says.
He calls him a great man, which makes Gu Debai stare at him in pure confusion.
Gu Debai wonders if Ye Chen is seriously helping him after what he and Shi Lingling did.
He assumed Ye Chen would absolutely hate them, but Lei Yu just snorts in disgust at Gu Debai.
She sneers that if he were a real gentleman, he would never have let Shi Lingling do this. Especially since he knew Shi Lingling was engaged, and hearing her dream guy get bashed like this. It absolutely breaks Shi Lingling's heart to hear her lover insulted.
She snaps back at Lei Yu, yelling that it is not Debai's fault.
She claims Debai knew she was engaged and kept trying to reject her.
It was her who chased after him and refused to let him go. She declares her love, leaving Lei Yu so furious she does not even know what to say.
Shi Lingling begs her mother, crying that she will only marry Debai in this lifetime.
She threatens that if she cannot marry him, she will remain single forever. Lei Yu starts shaking with pure rage and tells her to get out of the Shi family. She laments that this is the daughter she spent 10 months carrying and over 20 years raising. And now she is literally threatening her own mother over some guy, which is just infuriating. Ye Chen is absolutely loving this drama, and honestly, the popcorn is so ready right now. The classic soap opera trope is finally here, where the naive female lead abandons her family for love. She expects happily ever after some struggle, but unfortunately for her, this is real life. If Shi Lingling actually dares to walk away from her family today for Gu Debai, the Shi family will not just welcome her back, so Ye Chen looks at her with fake loving concern. He patronizingly reminds her that she is a Shi. She was born into wealth, and the harsh outside world is nothing like her naive little fantasy. It is not that easy, and she has no way to survive without her family's money. Ye Chen knows her arrogant and prideful personality all too well. The more he reverse psychologizes her, the more she will want to rebel. She will want to leave with Gu Debai just to prove her own strength. She wants to show the Shi family what she can do, making her knit her brows. But just as she is about to argue, Lei Yu cuts in and tells her to look.
She claims Ye Chen is the only one who actually cares about her.
Even after committing such a scandal, Ye Chen still has not called off their engagement.
Yesterday, when she ran away, her aunt only stood in to finish the wedding ceremony.
But the engagement is still between her and Ye Chen, so if she just leaves this man...
Ye Chen will still be her husband, which instantly makes Ye Chen's face turn dark. He is thinking, what kind of absolute nonsense is this woman spouting? Does she think her daughter is some prize?
She literally fled the wedding, and yet they expect him to wait? Shi Qinghe glares coldly at Lei Yu. She tells her sister-in-law to never say such things again, especially since everyone saw their wedding yesterday. She married Ye Chen publicly, so how could he possibly have anything to do with Shi Lingling now? He tells them straight up that even if the Shi family does not care, the Yi family actually wants to save face. Hearing this, Shi Qinghe instantly looks at him with pure joy in her eyes. Don't worry, she says, the Shi family cares too, leaving Lei Yu blushing with pure embarrassment. So basically, everyone is obsessed with saving face, making our boy Ye Chen look like the shameless villain here. Plus, Lei Yu is confused. What is Ye Chen doing when he literally agreed to marry Shi Qinghe yesterday? Was he not just trying to stabilize the situation? After all, her daughter is so incredibly talented. How could any man reject her? She warns him to watch his mouth. Shi Lingling is fuming, but our boy Ye Chen just finds this hilarious. He literally laughs out loud. He tells her he has not even complained about her trashy behavior yet, but now she is acting offended. If she did not want to marry him, she should have just said so. We could have just broken the engagement instead of causing this wedding day disaster, he says. Does she really think he would desperately beg her to stay? Shi Lingling just glares, completely speechless. He presses on, reminding her that he is now with her young aunt. As her new uncle-in-law, she has no right to scream at him like this. Is this her idea of manners? Meanwhile, Shi Qinghe quickly steps in to support her man. She tells Lingling to direct any complaints at her instead of bothering her uncle. Shi Lingling is literally about to throw up blood. Can her aunt not see that Ye Chen is the one doing all the trash talking? She whines that he is constantly insulting her. Her aunt calmly replies that as an elder, he is only scolding her for her own good. Did your uncle say anything wrong? Shi Lingling turns red with pure rage. She cannot believe her own aunt is defending him. Weren't they bitter rivals? Since when did they get this close? Honestly, this harmony is borderline suspicious. Our boy Ye Chen raises an eyebrow, challenging her to point out one single lie. Was it right to secretly date Gu Debai behind his back? Or to ruin both families' reputations by pulling a runaway bride stunt on their wedding day? All to chase her true love? Shi Lingling is completely silenced by these facts. That is when Gu Debai finally steps up, telling Ye Chen not to blame her. He takes the full blame, and Ye Chen actually nods. He tells him he is at least better than her since he admits his mistakes. Unlike some people, he scoffs, Shi Lingling looks at our boy Ye Chen. Then she looks at her gentle boyfriend and decides Gu Debai is still the best. Finally, grandfather Shi Jianguo speaks up, asking if she truly loves Gu Debai. He asks if she really wants to marry him, and her eyes instantly light up. With absolute determination, she nods and declares her love for Debai. Shi Jianguo nods. Since she is so persistent, he will let them get married, which absolutely thrills her. But Lei Yu is shocked, demanding how he could possibly agree. She asks what makes this guy worthy of her daughter. He says he is not worthy, but since her daughter loves him, Lei Yu is silenced. Shi Lingling excitedly thanks her grandfather, knowing nobody else can oppose them now, even if they wanted to. But hey, protesting is completely useless because when it comes to this family, Grandpa always gets the final say. Meanwhile, Shi Lingling is looking at Gu Debai with pure excitement. Gu Debai is crying tears of joy, while Ye Chen just scoffs. Seriously, watching this cringe couple for even 1 second is bad for your eyes. Now, Shi Lingling is probably still living in her happy little bubble, having absolutely no idea what she just lost. Honestly, she is going to find out the hard way soon. But then Lei Yu asks about Ye Chen. Lei Yu just refuses to let it go, so Shi Jianguo turns to Shi Qinghe and Ye Chen. He asks them what to do. Ye Chen tells him to not worry, promising that they will work hard.
to give him a grandchild as soon as possible. Even though Ye Chen is internally screaming right now,
He still puts on a smile and tells Shi Jiangguo that they will definitely make it happen.
hearing this, Shi Jiangguo nods with a huge, satisfied smile, saying he will hold them to that.
Then he warns everyone to never mention Ye Chen and Shi Lingling's past engagement again, anywhere.
That whole arrangement is officially ancient history. Now, Ye Chen is married to Shi Qinghe, while Shi Lingling is marrying Gu Debai. He demands that no one brings it up ever again, and the family quickly falls in line. No matter what crazy drama they're plotting inside, they all play nice on the surface.
Meanwhile, Shi Lingling is staring at Ye Chen and Shi Qinghe sitting together, feeling incredibly conflicted. Her former fiancé, the guy she literally dumped, has actually become her young aunt's husband. Some people you just lose forever, and she is realizing that now. Shi Qinghe catches her looking, looks down, and lets out a subtle, savage smirk. Absolute queen move.
After breakfast, Ye Chen heads straight back to his room to relax and scroll through his phone. But when he unlocks it, boom, over 99 unread messages are waiting for him. Everyone, from close friends to random acquaintances, is asking about the wild switch between his brides. Naturally, our boy just leaves them all unread. But then he checks his main group chat with his best bros, Zhu Zhikang and Shay Hao. Scrolling through, he sees that these two have been absolutely wilding out since last night.
They have been non-stop speculating about what went down between him and his gorgeous new wife. Even though the man himself did not say a single word, it did not stop their hype. Since they are debating so hard, Zhou Zikang asks if Ye Chen could even get out of bed.
Shay Hao laughs, saying the main character of the drama has finally made an appearance. His buddy points out that Ye Chen only denied oversleeping but left everything else a mystery. He asks if this means Shi Qinghe really is as irresistible as they all thought. Zhou Zhikang teases that Ye Chen's willpower was probably too weak to last a single night. Zhou Zhikang quickly defends him, saying nobody can blame Ye Chen because that is not just some random girl.
That is Shi Qinghe we are talking about, the literal dream girl of every man in the city.
Honestly, if it were them, they would not have lasted even 1 minute. Xiahao jokes that they are stronger than him because he would have folded in literally 1 second. He claims he would fall for her with just one glance. Ye Chen replies, roasting their lack of ambition. Zhou Zhikang laughs it off, saying none of them could turn a wedding disaster into a total win. After the niece ran away, Ye Chen casually married her way more gorgeous and successful aunt instead.
That is actually a legendary move, and they crown him the absolute king of their squad.
But then Xiehao gets serious, asking if Ye Chen is planning to make this a real marriage. Ye Chen tells them no, claiming it is just a fake marriage to protect their family reputations for now. He says they'll divorce later. Sure, buddy, a fake marriage with nightly cuddles and kisses. Honestly, who wouldn't want a contract marriage like this? Meanwhile, Ye Chen drifts off to sleep. He drifts off into a light sleep, but his rest is super uneasy and restless. Suddenly, he gets this creepy feeling that someone is staring intensely at him, shocking him awake. Snapping his eyes open, he is greeted by a pair of eyes overflowing with pure tenderness and love. He freezes in shock, then blinks to take a much closer look. Yeah, he definitely hallucinated because there is no way Shi Qinghe would ever look at him with tenderness. Or look at him with actual love. What is she even doing? Talk about a completely bizarre habit. Who actually enjoys watching someone sleep? Seriously, Shi Qinghe is low-key weird. Her list of weird hobbies keeps growing. Watching you, Shi Qinghe says, smirking with those red lips of hers. She asks with a playful smirk if he is only now realizing just how attractive she is.
Shi Qinghe nods, casually saying she only just realized how good-looking he actually is.
Our boy freezes in shock, staring at Shi Qinghe in absolute disbelief. Is she losing her mind? Did she seriously just call him good-looking? Aren't they supposed to be bitter rivals? Shi Qinghe just looks back at him. She deadpans that she used to think his eyes were broken, which is why she found him plain.
But now that she sees his eyes are perfectly fine, he's actually pretty attractive. He frowns in total confusion, demanding to know what she means by his eyes having issues.
Like he has had perfect, bright eyes since childhood, and they have never had a single issue. Shi Qinghe insists with a straight face that his eyes definitely had issues before. But since they are fine now, he just pouts, completely done with this conversation.
Shi Qinghe chuckles at his annoyed reaction while he gets up to change clothes and head straight to the office. But the moment he heads downstairs, Lei Yu stops him, asking if he is heading out.
Yeah, sister-in-law, he replies, making Lei Yu's fake smile instantly stiffen as she calls his name.
She asks if they can chat for a second, and he nods, saying of course they can.
Suggesting they talk in the garden, he follows Lei Yu outside to chat in private. Lei Yu sighs deeply, earnestly telling him she knows that Lingling was the one who wronged him.
Ye Chen just casually hums, replying that literally everyone knows that.
Talk about awkward. Speechless, Lei Yu has no idea how to respond and just takes a deep breath.
She begs him not to blame Shi Lingling because it is all that man Gu Debai's fault.
He stares at Lei Yu in disbelief. So she seriously thinks her daughter did absolutely nothing wrong? He calls her out, pointing out that flies do not gather around an egg unless it is cracked. If Shi Lingling had no interest, then no matter what tricks Gu Debai pulled, nothing would have happened. She wouldn't have given him a second look. Hearing this, Lei Yu's expression instantly sours. Her face turns incredibly dark. How could Ye Chen dare to speak about her precious daughter like that? Her precious daughter is absolutely perfect. How could she possibly have any cracks or flaws? She claims she knows he is just angry at Shi Lingling and speaking out of spite. She insists that as her mother, she knows her daughter better than anyone else does. She argues that Shi Lingling was simply temporarily blinded, and he just needs to give her some time.
Once some time passes, she will definitely see the light.
She will see Gu Debai's true scheming colors and run right back to his arms. Our boy is seriously starting to lose his patience. He used to think this family was normal. But now, it feels like every single one of them is completely out of their minds. What on earth is Lei Yu smoking? Shi Lingling literally cheated on him. And she still expects him to just wait around for her to come back? Lei Yu just smiles and nods, telling him that he simply needs to have faith. Sister-in-law Lei Yu tells him Shi Lingling will crawl back eventually, but our boy just smiles. He is like, sister-in-law? No problem. But you actually need to ask my wife if she is cool with it.
Who is his wife anyway? Lei Yu is totally lost.
Who, Shi Qinghe? If my wife agrees, forget waiting for Shi Lingling. I would even wait for little Shi Nanan to grow up. He walks away, leaving her stiff. He walks right past her cold glare. What a complete joke. Why should he wait for her? How did he never realize how toxic this family was? Total blindness. Blind is right. Shi Qinghe did tell him his eyes had major issues. Back then he did not get it, but now it finally clicks. Otherwise, how could he ever fall for Shi Lingling or think Lei Yu was decent? Thank goodness his vision is cured. Meanwhile, over on the other side, Shi Lingling is chilling at home, leaning on her new guy, Gu Debai. Gu Debai suddenly turns to her. He says, Lingling, I really think we should apologize to Mr. Ye. Shi Lingling immediately frowns. Why should they have to bow down to him? No matter what, we wronged him.
She feels awkward, remembering yesterday's wedding escape that made Ye Chen look like a joke.
But she is still stubborn, claiming that running away was entirely her choice. Gu Debai looks at her with pure guilt. He should have never caught feelings for her and ruined everyone else's lives. If they do not talk it out, he will never find peace of mind. Her heart immediately softens. She agrees to go along and apologize, but she still thinks that engagement was trash. It just did not suit her. But if apologizing makes him feel better, she will go say sorry. She would literally do anything for this guy, even apologize after running away. Compared to running away, apologizing is nothing, even if bowing to Ye Chen is humiliating. But for her beloved Gu Debai, she is completely fine swallowing her pride. Gu Debai looks at her with tenderness, yet guiltily shakes his head.
Check the pinned comment for more.